The 8th anniversary banners are some of the best in Dokkan history, but what are your chances of pulling the new unit? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the 8th anniversary banners. After all, it is just about 15 to 16 days away from the time of me recording this video, and I'm sure everybody's just itching to get their hands on these new LRs from these banners here, right? The Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, along with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and GT Goku. These are some amazing units. Once fully awakened, they have this amazing standby skill that basically hits like a nuke. Both of them are some of the most powerful units in the game. The GT Duo having the ability to revive as well as provide a huge amount of support once they've entered standby mode. These guys being basically invulnerable until they launch a massive nuke. So, I mean, you're probably going to want to get your hands on at least one of them. And looking at these banners, you know, you may be wondering, well, what are my chances of actually getting the new unit? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So, some of you guys may know every banner has a standard featured amount, right? If you go into your in-game tab and you look at the summon, there's a little scouter on the other side. It tells you the summon rates. So on typical banners, the summon rates are as followed, right? On a guaranteed SSR multi, which all of these are, you are guaranteed 95% of the time a non-featured unit on the banner, and 5% of the time you are guaranteed a featured unit. Now, you know, you're always going to be rolling that dice, no matter what you're doing, but the more stones you bring in the anniversary, the better off you're going to be, and I'm going to show you how you can kind of figure that out now. On part 2 of... click something there we didn't want to. On part 2 of the anniversary banners, you can use the rainbow tickets to summon on the banners as well to try to pull the units. Those will be non-guaranteed features, so you'll be looking at the possibility of a 5% SSR rate along with a 5% featured SSR rate. So your non-featured and your featured basically have the same rate to show up. So it's kind of rough, but I'll tell you, I always end up pulling at least one featured banner unit on those rainbow tickets. They really do come in clutch, so just keep that in mind. So looking at the two banners, that's the same no matter what. 5% featured chance, 95% non-featured. So what does that mean for you coming into the anniversary? Well, hopefully you've been following my stone saving guides throughout the year, and you're entering the anniversary with a pretty healthy chunk of stones. And the nice thing about the Dokkan Wiki is they actually provide you a little summon rate calculator to kind of help you figure out your chances of pulling a unit that you want within the given amount of stones that you have. And I always like to go over this right before the banner. So let's go ahead and let's set things up here. We have a guaranteed SSR banner. It is not a guaranteed featured. We're just going to be talking about the part 1 banners where most people are going to be doing the bulk of their summons. We're going to set the number of featured SSRs. So if we look at the banner here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 featured SSRs. This is pretty standard for an anniversary banner. So we're going to go ahead and enter 10 here. We have unfeatured SSRs. How many are there here? 255 unfeatured SSRs. So we'll go ahead and we'll plug this in here. 255. Okay, this is a normal banner. It does not monotype or double rate. The percent of featured is 5%, and the percent of unfeatured is 95%. We will be focusing only on multi-summons for the type of this. So let's start with one summon. If you're doing one summon, and let's say you are someone who is only interested in the new unit, let's say the new GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so you're only interested in the one featured unit, We'll just leave 0 for the SSRs, and there's our rate. Just under 5% chance of getting that one featured SSR, which lines up with this percentage here, right? So you have just under a 5%. So in 50 stones, you've got a 5% chance to pull your unit. Now, the more summons we do, the higher that number gets, right? So with 2, right, we go up slightly to about 10%, having used 100 stones. We do, let's say, 4 multis, 200 stones, right? Within those 4 multis, there's an 18% chance you would have pulled the one featured unit you want, right? Let's say you came in with 500 stones, right? That's 10 multis, okay? 40% chance just about to have pulled in 500 stone to the one featured unit you wanted if you were just after the new unit. Now, the more units you're after, the more that varies. Let's just say you wanted to keep going first off, right? So let's say 20 multis, you're doing 1,000 stones, all 1,000 stones that you've been saving up that I told you you could have. 63% chance within your 1,000 stones you will have pulled one of the main featured. Now, this doesn't mean the new unit. This just means 63% chance of pulling a featured unit within that 1,000 stones. And then the higher you go, the more likely it is. So let's say 1,500, that's 25 multis. 70% chance, right? When we first did our anniversary prep guides, we said that you should have about 1,500 by the start of the anniversary if you'd been saving since February. So definitely, odds are in your favor if you're a big saver. I know there's a few of you out there with greater than 2,000 stones, so 30 multis there. You are looking at just under an 80% chance to pull the one featured. Now, like I was saying earlier, the more features you want, the more likely that number stacks in your favor as well, right? So let's say you're somebody who didn't pull Cooler or the Gammas from last year, so you're interested in 3 featured units, right? So let's go back, let's do our 20 multis, our 1,000 stones, and 1,000 stones, if we were interested in 3 of the main SSRs, all right, there's a 95% chance in the 3. All right, there's a 95% chance in those 1,000 stones that you will have pulled 3 featured units. And they possibly could have been one of the ones you wanted, right? So the more units you're interested in on the banner, the better, right? So like someone like me, like on this banner, I'm definitely looking forward. I need that extra dupe of Cooler. My Gamma 1's only got 1. He doesn't have any dupes in him. He's 55%. Obviously, I could use more copies of the gods on the GT banner. Gamma, I'm fine with. I could use a dupe for him as well as I want to rainbow these guys, and I need the last dupe for this guy. So, right, look at that. I need 5 units off that banner. So if I plug this in, right, I do my 1,000 stones that I've got, 99% likely that I will have pulled one of those units within that 1,000 stones. So I just wanted to throw this out here for you guys because I know many of you guys, you're clutching onto your stones. You're wondering, I don't know, you've probably all seen my disaster video from my JP anniversary where we went 1,000 stones and we didn't pull the unit. Well, you can see there's still, we pulled a bunch of other featured, which falls in line with this number, just not the one we wanted. And you can see, in 1,000 stones, once again, our chance was only 60%. So 40% is what we rolled on that. So obviously that number resets, but the more stones the number resets, right? It's not like it's a stacking number. It's not like other gachas where it slowly builds in your favor. It's more like this is just the more you roll the dice, the more the odds are likely to be in your favor, right? So I just wanted to throw this out here. I do this every year because I know everybody's always wondering, I want these units, but what really are my odds of pulling these new anniversary units. And don't fret, even if the odds don't look in your favor. Remember, no matter what you're walking into this anniversary with, you're looking at over 1,500 stones being walked out with. So you'll get stones to get your chance. Don't you worry. And don't forget, there's also going to be like 3+1s plus tickets. There's going to be a lot of things in your favor, possibly first round multi discounts. Like, there's going to be a lot of things to help stack the odds in your favor. So don't you worry. So anyways, guys, that is the video. That is what are your chances to pull one of the 8th anniversary LRs on their banner in part 1 of Dokkan's 8th anniversary, coming up in just about 15 days. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what are the units you are after on these banners? Doesn't have to be just the main units. What all are you looking forward to? Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I'd really like that final dupe of the Vegito aside from them. Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.